All I did was post a picture of you. That's all I did.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, and she thinks that I'm like some crazy transphobic person.
I posted a picture of you in response to a thing. There was this thing. It was like, post your favorite pet.
Yeah,
I posted a picture of
favorite pet,
it's Stephen Bonelli. Like, be nice to him, right? It was it was a jab at you, if anything, right? And to see the thread where she's just like, I can't believe that somebody all this stuff, like, and then like dredging up my like suicide, like somebody who just attempted suicide would post it was just a picture. I remember that like old Simpsons like thing where they pluck out the picture, like it's a SpongeBob thing, and they pull out the picture. It's just a drawing boy. It's just a picture of you, and the just fucking tidal wave of nonsense that developed into, where I had to deal with for like the next 3 to 4 days, random like 20 to 30 viewer like people like coming out and be like, Dylan the Nazi platformer, Dylan the this the that.
And
I'm like, all I did was make fun of you. I didn't even compliment you.
But I'm saying, like, I've had like pretty strong relationships with a lot of these people that just like fucking flip on a dime. Like, the whole reason why me and BadBunny had our huge split was because I was tired of getting shit from her for not defending her enough, and then getting shit from my community who said I was simping for her. That's the whole origination of our breakup. And everyone in my chat that was old enough remembers that like BadBunny would say some crazy shit like, oh, I think bisexual black guys are fucking disgusting. And I would be like, okay, well, you know, she's probably not racist. It's just like, I understand, blah, 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 blah. And my community would roast the fuck out of me for it. And they would call me a simp. And then she would DM me on Twitter and be like, why do you let your community shit on me? It's like, well, probably because you say some crazy racist, homophobic shit. You're fucking crazy. What?
That's what League of Legends does to the brain, man. You gotta stop. You're gonna be like that woman.
Nice. Good one.
A great one, actually. How you been? How was the vacation?
Okay.
Anyway, Destiny,
What's up?
I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah, what's going on?
Why is it so difficult to have a relationship with you?
What do you mean?
It just feels like it just feels like it's like any time I have any sort of relationship with you in any way, right? It could just be like I just exist, right? And I'll get an like, so I see that Dylan was posted in Destiny subreddit, or I just posted that picture of you as a reply, and the shitstorm that caused with BadBunny and the rest of everyone, or just being in any way associated with you, just doing any streams whatsoever. It seems like the amount of just like fecal matter that is then scooped out of the nearest waste receptacle and then thrown and smeared on the walls is an inordinate amount of shit.
Yep. Welcome to my life. Did you ever watch the Joker movie?
Oh God. No, I have not. I don't watch Marvel movies because I'm an alpha.
I was seeing that about how public services don't get enough funding. And the reality is that a lot of these people probably need 2 or 3 times as much therapy, 2 or 3 times as much medication, and 100% less Twitter. And that's where all these problems come from. Most of these people are actually fucking crazy. And instead of like doing healthy things to improve their life, to improve their mind, to improve their body, they spend all of it screaming and shouting at each other on Twitter because it makes them feel better, because it's the only solace they find in life.
I'm curious though. Do you ever think about like dialing it back? Wouldn't it make your life a lot easier? Wouldn't it mean you would probably like, you know, I mean, I assume there's a certain amount of people in your community who love like you being like the, I don't know, the unbiased truth teller, whatever like the perception is. Do you ever think about dialing it back? I mean, there's like a lot of things that have like, I assume like relationships have suffered. Like,
I think the problem is that I have too much. I mean, I'm obviously swinging this in the way that makes me look the best. I mean, we can go down other roads if we want. I have too much real life experience to deal with these like fake fucking losers. I put up with too much horrible shit in my life. I've had too many different things happen to me. I've been in too many different situations. I would not be able to stand being around so many fake fuck victim babies that like want to act like their entire life is miserable when they've got like 20 hours a day to post on fucking Twitter, while mom and dad pay for them to live in a house, while mom and dad pay for them to get their shitty arts degrees so that they can hop on Twitter and then complain about how high the student loans are, even though they're never going to make a payment on them. I fucking hate most of these worthless fucking people, especially when you've got like racist, disgusting anti-LGBT people like BadBunny out here, like screaming like racial slurs at me and like calling for me to get banned. When you've got like these insane losers like Demon Mama who are mentally ill and encouraging other people to go down the same mentally ill avenues that they do, encouraging people to self-diagnose mental illness. When you got like these mentally crazy people, like deer people on Twitter, talking about how gender and all of that stuff is arbitrary and meaningless, despite the fact that like so many trans people kill themselves over these very topics. Like, I have absolutely no desire whatsoever to be more amenable or friendly towards these people. They were irrelevant, and they'll return to their irrelevancy eventually. And I'm just here to ride out the turbulence until it happens. Fuck these people. I would never do anything to appease these worthless subhuman fucks.
Well,
but that's just me.
Well, I do not endorse nor condone anything you just said, but I do want to say that, don't you think you kind of like you go out of your way to like poke them? I mean, I think
I block, so every time I get into an issue with these people on Twitter, I start block. I block so many of these fucking people. But like the problem is like the thing is that when you reach a high level of socialism, you turn into an ultra capitalist. So they need me because I'm the only person that will actually like associate with any like politically driven content as a larger content creator, because I enjoy it, because I like these conversations, because they're important to me. But like Mike isn't talking to any of these people anymore because he's got Hassan to leech off of. Vosh won't talk to any of these people anymore. Hassan definitely won't talk to any of these people. So I'm like the only avenue to clout that most of these people have. And shitting on me is the easiest way to farm like any type of clout ever. Like you can build careers off of it. Like shitting on Destiny as a lefty on Twitter is the equivalent to like standing up in a fucking movie theater and saying the Pledge of Allegiance as a Republican. Like you get so much credit for it, and it's like the safest thing you can do. So if they like never mention me again, like most of the time it's like random fucks on Twitter are like, I don't know, maybe other people don't notice it. Maybe I come off as unhinged and I should document it better. But most of the time this starts is usually from some fucking loser subtweeting me. So whether it's Big Joel, who compares women to objects in order to win debates with me, or whether it's that Sean dipshit, who's some like top 1% income earner who made all of his money by exploiting the labor of another person that wrote all the material for his videos of him, whether it's the crazy fucking deer thing on Twitter, and I'm not saying that as a derogatory thing. She genuinely, or it wants people to use it pronouns for it, or whether it's Demon Mama, who's like the fourth iteration of me, like created by some crazy developer that didn't get paid enough, okay, after me and Vosh, or wherever the fuck she comes from, or whether it's like whether it's fucking BadBunny, who I took from so fucking far right and threw her so fucking far left. I don't know if she even wakes up and remembers her political identity in any given day. I don't know. Like all of these people are insane. I would be better off. I almost messaged you and said I want to do your fucking show or whatever, but I'll do it because I like you or whatever. Because I really truly don't want any, like, none of this benefits me. I don't like, one, they won't debate me or talk to me, so I don't get like that type of views from it. Two, they're all smaller than me, so it's not like I'm like farming clout from fighting with any of them. Three, every time I associate with any of them, they all take like the safest, most politically correct positions possible. So anything I argue against has the possibility of getting me canceled, even when they're giving dangerous medical advice. 4 or 5, all of them constantly try to get me banned. Anytime I get into a fight with any of them, the whole fucking like Down syndrome Avengers squad assembles, and then they start spam Twitter, like, or spam fucking Twitch support at me to try to get me banned. Like, I don't want to associate with any of these fucking people. They're literally insane. And I mean that on like 3 different levels. Their political views are bad, they have actual mental illness and problems, and they're just horrible fucking people. Like, I don't want to have anything to do with any of these fucking people. Like, I block all of them anytime I start with them, but they can't help but like subtweet me and shit. Like,
what do you think about, I don't know if you know about, and I'm not doing this to like trudge anything up, but the fact is, you of course, you still have relationships with people, and I assume you still want to like collaborate with people and like be friendly with people, right? Like you've always been extremely professional on my shows. You've always like, I've never.
Yeah, but that doesn't count for anything. I think even you would throw me out of the bus. Maybe not. I would hope not. But like I had an incredibly personal, intimate relationship with BadBunny. We were fucking hooking up for like months. I visited her a few times. We had a lot of personal conversations. When she had like a fucking rape issue come up with her mods, I offered to fly out to her and just hang out with her a couple days, not sexually, but just to hang out. I offered to give her a place to stay because she was freaking out. Like, I've had like really positive relationships with all of these people. I've never like, even though she's fucking spam adding Twitch support to get me banned, I've never like leaked our personal combos, never like fucking leaked their nudes or any crazy shit like that. Does that do anything,
by the way? Does just adding Twitch support randomly on Twitter do
I don't
anything?
know. Who knows? Maybe that's the only way Twitch support noticing. But I'm saying like I've had like pretty strong relationships with a lot of these people that just like fucking flip on a dime. Like, the whole reason why me and BadBunny had our huge split was because I was tired of getting shit from her for not defending her enough, and then getting shit from my community who said I was simping for her. That's the whole origination of our breakup. And everyone in my chat that was old enough remembers that like BadBunny would say some crazy shit like, oh, I think bisexual black guys are fucking disgusting. And I would be like, okay, well, you know, she's probably not racist. It's just like, I understand, blah, 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 blah. And my community would roast the fuck out of me for it. And they would call me a simp. And then she would DM me on Twitter and be like, why do you let your community shit on me? It's like, well, probably because you say some crazy racist, homophobic shit. You're fucking crazy. But like, so yeah, like, so if somebody like her can be so broken away and hate me so fucking much, like, Jesus Christ, I don't know how much closer, like, both physically and like emotionally, I can get to somebody and still have them break off like that hard. Like, I don't know what the fuck else I can do, right? Like,
Bad Bunny is an interesting case, and I do think there's something like specially strange about Bad Bunny, because I don't know what launched her into such the recent like parade. I don't know if you saw it. I have no clue. I think you retweeted or said something, but all I did was post a picture of you. That's all I did.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, and she thinks that I'm like some crazy transphobic person.
I posted a picture of you in response to a thing. There was this thing. It was like, post your favorite pet. Yeah, I posted a picture of you. Like, it's Stephen Bonelli. Like, be nice to him, right? It was a jab at you, if anything, right? And to see the thread where she's just like, I can't believe that somebody did all this stuff, like, and then like dredging up my like suicide, like somebody who just attempted suicide would post it. It was just a picture. I remember that like old Simpsons like thing where they pluck out the picture, like it's a SpongeBob thing, and they pull out the picture. It's just a drawing, boy. It's just a picture of you, and the just fucking tidal wave of nonsense that developed into, where I had to deal with for like the next 3 to 4 days, random like 20 to 30 viewer like people like coming out and be like, Dylan the Nazi platformer, Dylan the this to that.
I'm like, all
I did was make fun of you. I didn't even compliment you.
They're all trans, non-binary, like ASD, like fucking 52 different things.
Like, I don't care about that.
Yeah, you might not care about that, but if you try to say anything back to any of them, you're instantly transphobic, you're instantly ableist, you're instantly harassing smaller creators,
so
you're instantly bullying. Like, holy shit.
I will say, I don't know. I don't follow your shit, right? I don't follow your shit. Like, I don't know if you've ever like posted, because I see people do this all the time. They'll just like screenshot the pronouns under that and be like, Lamau pronouns in bio. Or I don't know how you're responding to them, but I saw only one instance of this where somebody got angry. It was like, Destiny called like a trans person a cockroach or something along those lines. And then I looked at it. And wait, let me finish. They called you a cockroach, and then you said they looked like a cockroach. That was the thing.
But so that's because they're trans. And ever since the fucking new patch dropped, and now the trans buff has been including all non-binary people, literally everybody gets to fucking class as fucking trans now, and now everybody on Twitter can call me transphobic when I say anything fucking bad about them ever. And it's like fucking insane to me. Like, I've been like defending trans people on this platform for like 6 fucking years, where anybody ever did politics on this fucking platform. And now I'm like the most transphobic I'm the most transphobic person like on the entire website. Like, it's unbelievable to me. Like, dude, these people are insane. And I mean that in every sense of the word. Like, holy shit.
Well, I will say, and I do want to push back here, is that you have, like, sometimes, like, terrible messaging. And what I mean specifically about that was, like, I remember a while ago, and I just looked at the tweet. I didn't even dig into it, because I didn't even want to, like, get into that nonsense. It had to do with, like, whether somebody disclosing whether they have a penis is, like, rape if they engage in oral sex. And considering the fact that, like, you know, I've like had to help like Riley Grace Rochong like publish like articles in like Maryland Matters about the trans panic defense, and that's an extremely sore spot for the like trans community. Like, messaging in that way, like, obviously is going to cause a lot of fucking heat. Like, if I came out and I said something like I said, I don't know, like, let's say I found something about like Doc Howe, or like something about some historical event that was a little bit off, and I'm like, these historians get it wrong about the Holocaust, and I'm like, they actually were wrong about the location of this vehicle in comparison to this vehicle. Like, just like the first line.
I mean, but you're being like pretty sure. You're being pretty vague there, but I'll defend every part of my tweet. Not only will I defend it, but any real life trans person that touches grass will also defend it, because if you're a real life trans person, the last thing you want to do is probably hook up with somebody that will fucking kill you if they don't know that you're trans. Like, that's the lived experience of trans people. Now, I don't know what it's like online, where everybody's in fucking poly communes with fucking furries, and the only types of sexual interactions they get are when they touch themselves, or like talking to people in their fucking Discord groups.
It's called yiffing,
but in real life, what?
It's called yiffing.
Sure. I think in real life, I don't think it's very controversial to say it's pretty non-consensual to fuck somebody or to have a sexual interaction with somebody while you're kind of sort of misleading them about your genitals. I don't think that's very controversial. I don't think anybody in the real world, trans or cis, thinks that's a controversial opinion. It's literally only like people online that are like, oh, so you think you should murder people that are having sex trans? No, I never fucking said that. I've never said that in my life. Like,
is there anything that you've ever said around trans issues that upon reflection, you're like, maybe I shouldn't have, like, maybe I should have opened that differently, or maybe I should have, like, maybe I was wrong there. Is there anything upon reflection?
You know what? You know what I think? I think I have better takes on trans issues than the majority of the trans community that I see on this shit platform. 100%. And I'll defend that opinion to the death. I'll defend that opinion to my fucking death, because most of the trans opinions that are given on this platform, especially by some of the people that are super big in those communities, are dog shit. They're absolutely dog shit. And yeah, I'll defend it to the death. And if any trans person wants to argue with me about any of my takes or opinions related to trans people or anything that's come up, I'll defend it to the death. Because every time I brought a trans person on here, by the end of the conversation, they've 100% agreed with me and they've walked back every criticism that they've had. That has happened every single time. So, like, if anybody wants to argue about it, or if you think I have a bad take about something, then go for it.
Damn, man. I thought I had a problem with hanging myself. Okay. Fuck. That is an opinion you just stated. Holy shit, man.
I'm like, people have watched me on panels. I love every human being to death. I love all people. It's okay. Jesse Lee Peterson would have me say, I love all people. People have watched me on panels where somebody will ask a question and I feel uncomfortable stepping in to answer because there's another trans person on the panel and then they start answering it. And the answer is so bad and not even really correct. Like the difference between like gender expression versus gender identity. And they'll like give this completely, and I don't feel comfortable stepping in and explaining it instead, but it's like, holy shit. And I see this happen so many fucking times. Or I don't know, like it is what it is. I don't give a fuck. I just don't want to associate with any of these insane fucking people. Let them go run around in their own little fucking polycules and their own little communes and their own little unicorn farms or whatever the fuck they want to do. And just let me do like the politicking over on the side and play some League of Legends. That's why I played League for the past 6 months, okay? I don't want to play League and get left the fuck alone by these insane fucking people that are like so desperate to fucking cancel me or get me banned or attack me or whatever the fuck they want to do. Holy shit.
Do you not think that much of this might be attached to the fact that you know the Demon Mama might pin you this Friday and you're just going after a character to poison the well?
Is she gonna be on that thing or whatever?
Yeah, the Friday show.
Oh God, I hope you bring up her self-diagnosing takes. It's probably some of the most, if anybody should be banned from any platform, it should be her for that garbage tier. But I'm glad that she like exposed how she shops around for fucking mental illness tags like Pokemon badges or whatever. Jesus Christ. What a horrible fucking video. Thank you for reminding me that. We have to review that.
Can you tell me what video?
She talked about how it was more important to be able to self-diagnose because you don't want doctors gatekeeping fucking illnesses from you or whatever. You need to be able to self-diagnose better because doctors don't get it right or like some dumb shit. Like it was an insanely irresponsible take, especially today on the internet, where people are unironically doing that shit. Somebody link me this and we'll watch this later. Apparently she responded to my response. I haven't even watched that yet, but
then you're gonna respond to her response of your response?
I guess if I watch it after, yeah.
Genius. So I wanted to get around to the idea that obviously, like, whether or not like you block or do the whole thing, your name is like a controversial name to say the least. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess I don't view you in the same way like I guess other people view you. I know that you're controversial, but when I posted that picture, I didn't think of like the nuances of like how posting this picture will affect the person above, or how this picture will be affected by like the emotional trauma of people have by like seeing a picture of you. I feel like I could have posted a picture of Donald Trump or like Bettino Mussolini and would have gotten a less vitriolic reaction than me posting that picture of you. And I guess like having to think of the nuances as somebody who like generally like, I guess I don't want to say like I'm I'm your, I guess, associate. Like I'm an associate of Destiny Bunnell. Like I don't know, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? What would be the advice you would generally give to anybody who, just knowing that just being in your general purview means you're gonna be like getting the trickles of the feces getting like smeared on the wall?
The same advice that I give to literally every single person. I don't think you should associate with me at all. I don't think it's worth it online right now. I think that all the people that are dedicated to that, all the denims in the background, all the bad bunnies in the background, all of the other little motherfuckers, and I know a lot of them too, that are in the background constantly shit talking me to other people, constantly pressuring other people not to associate with me, I wouldn't deal with it. If I was a smaller content creator, I probably wouldn't associate with me because I don't think it's fucking worth it. To have that many fucking losers breathing down your fucking neck, crawling around like fucking worms, like trying to get you like in trouble or canceled or like thrown out of friend groups for associating with me, I wouldn't waste my fucking time with it. That's what I would do personally. I don't think that being my friend in a public sphere, at least politically, is ever fucking worth it. But I've given that like advice to every single person that I've talked to, I think.
So is your advice to me, so if you're in my position, you would just cut ties?
Yeah, or I would say like, oh, like Destiny is a abhorrent person. I don't agree with any of his views, but I bring him on my show sometimes, like I do Rob Noor, because I think it's important to represent the other side of the political aisle. I want to know how fascists think, so that's why we bring Destiny on.
Well, you know what, Destiny? If I was to follow the advice of a transphobic, racist scumbag like yourself and cut ties, then I would be collapsing and caving into fascism. Therefore, I can't cut ties with you. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, we'll see how it goes. Okay, buddy.
Wonderful. Okay. You have any thoughts about this Friday's lineup and Trihex and Hunter and everybody's gonna be there? Any thoughts?
I haven't even gotten to it yet, but I like looking over. There's a ton. I literally just got back in today from vacation, so I'm just like looking over shit that happened, checking out the discourse.
Yeah. What do you think about you and Trihex being in the same thing?
We're fine. People think that we
I know you're fine. I'm asking
you.
You're gonna cooperate with the man. Would you like to face down your good friend, your good pal Reno?
It'll probably be like just like interacting with any other person, I think.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
You have a good one, okay?
Okay. I love you. Be careful, okay?
You too.
Bye.
And don't have any more bad Twitter takes, at least for this week, okay?
What Twitter takes have I had that are bad? Name one.
Name one bad Twitter take?
Yeah.
Okay, let me go to Twitter right now. Let's see if I can find anything.
Do it. Go for it. I welcome it. I'll defend every single one of them to the death.
Okay. Wait, you delete them all. Fuck.
Every now and then I do, yeah, just to keep my account safe.
Your friend deletes them.
And then the service is like, oh, in before he deletes it and hides it. Okay, dude.
Damn, I can't say I don't like that one. I liked it. You know what? I found it.
True. Uh-oh. Oh, God, it's the football one, isn't it?
No, you're right about that.
True.
Football is a boring sport, okay?
True.
And it's called soccer. Number 2.
True. Amen.
Now, this Among Us shit isn't funny anymore, okay? Okay, it's been going on for a little too long. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. It's not an anti-meme. You can't anti-meme something for perpetuate. Look.
Wait, link me the tweet. Link me the tweet.
You gonna tweet? I can't because he deleted them because he's trying to hide them. The source is right.
They get like 1,000 likes every time. It's good engagement.
1,000 likes. Okay, well, you know what? Trump said when the looting starts, the shooting starts. I got a lot of likes too. I mean, that doesn't mean it's a good thing to say.
Well, hey, listen, Trump was also president, so.
Oh, you know what? Maybe one day.
Seems like he's.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
Okay, you have a good one, okay?
Okay, be careful, bud. I love you.
See you Friday.
The thing goes
Block.
skitty, and the boom.